Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share with you all of my Hoyas thus far. Hoyas, I just love them. They grow really well for me for the most part. There's some that struggle, and then I give them to other people, and then they make them grow really good. And yeah, screw you, okay? Anyway, that's fine. Then I try a different specimen, and then that specimen works out just fine for me. So that one just did not like me. That's all it was, and that's okay. It was meant to be for someone else. So I started with the ones I have in other rooms right now besides this room. I just grabbed them, and then I'm going to grab these Hoyas in this room, and then I am going to go to the porch where I have the rest of them. I have Hoyas spread out basically in 3 different rooms right now: my bedroom, the dining room, and the porch. So let me start by showing you one of my newest babies that I'm excited about. This is actually down here in the dining room, but it's a bit overwatered, so I was sticking it in front of the fan for a bit so it can help dry out a little bit. It's the Hoya Hushkuliana Inner Variegated, and I bought this as a prop box off of Palm Street. I paid a bit for it, so I am selling 2-inch pots of the other ones in the prop box, but this one came with a cup, one peduncle, and then another one sprung up on me. Oops, where's the camera? There's the peduncle right there. Come on. Yep, see? And then there's another one farther on up. They'll pick it up. I can even show it to you. The other one. Pick up. All right, just trust me, there's a peduncle there. It's not wanting to focus, and I can't get my hands right, so it's there. But it's beautiful, guys, and it's just slightly overwatered. But I hear this is a pretty thirsty Hoya anyway, so I don't think any damage has been done yet. I love it. I love her. I've made 8 2-inch pots for sale. Want one? Buy one. Anyway, this is not a marketing video. This is just a Hoya video. Then I have my Hoya Waiitii Variegated, which is a cute little trailing Hoya, and it's starting to put out new growth. I did take some cuttings off of this and give them away, and made little prop cups for folks and stuff like that. But there's Waiitii Variegated. It's upstairs in my south-facing window that's partially shaded, and I also have a 10-watt Sansi grow light just to help supplement it a little bit more. I don't have the grow light super close up there to any of the plants. Maybe this one's the closest just because I want it to sun stress a little bit more because its sun stress is pink. But yeah, it's just there just for extra help because it is a partially shady south-facing window, and then the windows themselves are cloudy on the outside. I don't have a ladder tall enough to clean it, so it is what it is. Then I have my Hoya Carnosa Cross, which is a Chelsea, and this is actually an add-on. These are 2 cuttings in this pot now. I started out with a 1 4-inch pot cutting, and I've killed part of that plant, but then I got this one, and they're both, well, this smaller one's not putting out anything new, but it's not dead either. It's got this weird vine on it that looks like it's shriveling. And then this one, yeah, it's just sitting there. So hopefully we'll get some new growth on the Chelsea, because I see people's big, beautiful pots of Chelseas, and I love them. They're crinkly. The leaves don't get too big, you know, but it's still statementy, and they're so thick and succulent-like. I love it. I love the Chelsea. All right, then my last one for the bedroom is my Craspiolata Super Splash. She's very pretty. She's putting out new growth for me. I haven't been able to take cuttings off of it yet because I've not really had any good nodes to cut from yet, but it looks like soon I will. And I've been researching Craspiolata, and a lot of people say you should probably trellis this one because they just like to grow out and just stab everywhere. So they say kind of get her under control with a trellis. So I'll probably be trying to find a trellis or make one for her soon. But she's cute, isn't she? And I remembered a few years ago when these were expensive when they came out, and now they're pretty stinking affordable. I also like the regular Craspielata too. All right, so now we have one of my favorite Hoyas to grow. Actually, I think this is my #1 favorite Hoya to grow. My SPAF Bertonier. I just love the little satiny velvety leaves, how hard the little new leaves feel when they come in. Oh my gosh, and then the little colors, the margins they get too on them. Look at the margins on those leaves. Aren't they beautiful? And I would love to see her bloom. It had a peduncle on it, and I was taking cuttings off of it this spring. And just look at those older leaves, how they drape and look beautiful cascading down. Such a beautiful trailing plant. And I just love touching it. Just touch the plant. I'm a little bit strange, huh? I just love touching it. Oh, these new leaves, they're so soft and they feel like, I don't even know, baby soft skin. Just, oh. Love it. But anyway, the peduncles, I was taking cuttings off and I didn't realize it had peduncles on it until I was on my way to give the cuttings. So I don't have the peduncles no more. So hopefully some of these older vines will get more peduncles on them. I want to see her bloom now. I've seen the glory on how much she grows. Look at all those vines. And then they put out the vines grow first. And then those are aerial roots. And then if you can look really closely, there's little bitty leaves poking off of the sides. See them? Bam. And that's how they grow. And then they just start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So they say if you have vines coming out and they don't grow leaves on them, try chucking them on a trellis. And then after that, they start putting leaves in. That's what they say. I have not crossed that bridge yet, so I guess I'll just take their advice. This is a new one I got from Hidden Treasures, I believe is the shop in Palm Street. They're from just south of Nashville. And this is Calistophylla, Indonesia. And just look how huge that leaf is. Holy cow. Now, a lot of other Calistophyllas don't get leaves quite this big. But I got this one for a really good price. And look, it's putting out a new vine since I've owned it. I've taken one cutting off of it. And then it's got new leaves starting to grow on it as well. So that's super exciting. And then on this vine too, it also has new growth. And I've not had this Hoya but for a few months. So it's totally exciting that it loves my house. I'm happy to own her. I'm waiting for her to get nice and big and more of those cool leaves. Like, what do we do with those leaves? I don't know, but we'll figure something out. We'll find them somewhere somehow. Oh gosh, I'm excited about this one. All right, next Hoya. And this is my Caudata. And when I first got it, I did repot it and split it and cut it and all that. And it looked sad for a while. But it is on the mend and all the leaves are green now. They look like I might lose some leaves for a while because they were so yellow and weak looking. I thought, well, God have mercy on your soul. And they're green. So I just kept it on this watering schedule that Planta wanted me to keep it on, and it grew back. And the new leaves on it, they're fuzzy little leaves. Oh gosh. And I can't wait for this one to bloom too, because the flowers, the blooms are fuzzy. Oh gosh, it's not going to pick up. Oh well, we'll try it in a different video, different angle sometime. But maybe that's another video idea. Hoya new leaves. Or new leaves in general, because like, look at philodendron, how they pop out like little inchworms. But I'm excited to have this one. It sun stresses to like this burgundy purple color. I know, because one of the people I gave a cutting to, she was a newbie, and I gave her a grow light too, and she just left that grow light on all the time. And then this cutting was in a bottle of water. It did not take long for that cutting to root up really good. I'm just saying. But Yeah, it does sun stress to a burgundy purple color. It's kind of pretty, but I like the green color too. So maybe a little bit of sun stressing on parts of the leaves would be really cool and interesting on this. Now they do have a caudata splash. And what else did I see? Sumatra. But this one is a little overwatered, but it's on the mend. It's drying up and hardening back off. But I love how rigid the the edges of these leaves are, how rippled they are. That I couldn't stop touching this plant when I first got it. I've only seen pictures of it. I've never seen one in real life. And so when it came in the mail, I couldn't help but just touch it. Touch, 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 touch. All right, next one. Okay, this is an elliptica, and I didn't think it was doing anything for me, but it's putting out new growth down here. Camera focus. Yeah, down there and here. So I think I might go ahead and take a cutting of this and prop it today. Just so it helps it grow more bushy, and just then I have more plants to get rid of, you know. Or make a fuller pot down the line if I want to do that. Maybe I decide, hey, I want a nice full pot of elliptica versus one vine trellising or whatever. Who knows? So yeah, I'm gonna prop it today, I think. But so I don't really have much to say about this one just because I haven't had it long. I've watered it maybe twice since it's been here, so I mean, it really doesn't get a lot. It doesn't ask for much. It's cute. I love the little, you know, the little patterns on the leaves and the size of the leaves, because I don't want a bunch of huge Hoyas. I don't want a bunch of tiny Hoyas. I don't want a bunch of medium-sized Hoyas. I want them all across the board. I want them to look all kinds of different. Yeah, that's what's cool about Hoyas. There's all different kinds for everyone. So yeah, I can't wait for it to get bigger and see what she does, because she is a pretty plant. Look at her. Next one. Next is my pubicalix, and I don't know if this is a Royal Hawaiian or not. I don't think so, but the leaves do come in pretty purple, but it was just listed as a pubicalix. The backs of the leaves look like that when they come in. This is a very easygoing plant, very beginner friendly. It grows like a weed. I've chopped it twice and it puts out, which is good. You can trellis it, you can trail it. I mean, you can do that with any Hoya, but this one doesn't seem to care either way, is what I'm saying. It's going to put out new leaves regardless. But yeah, it's an easy grower, and I can't wait to see what this one's going to do. And I want to propagate it more and get more people into Hoyas, and this is a good first one to get them started on the Hoya kick. The addiction. This is a good one. Get them something like this, or the Bertonier, the SPAF Bertonier, or what, just something really easy going like that. Maybe even a caudata. I don't know. The sunrise too. Really good one. All right, next. All right, I've had this cutting from Jacqueline's Jungle for over a year, but it is a variegated Bertonier, and there's not much to say about it because it's not doing anything. So it's probably one of those that has to get nice and cozy in there. And okay, now I'm ready, because I have several of those plants over here that do that. I have another Hoya down here that's doing the same thing, but it's finally doing something this year, but we'll get to that one next. Next, I have my Carnosa cross, of which is a sunrise, and look at the sun stressing on it. And I got a bigger pot than this, and it's so cheap these days, and they're easy to grow, and so people have lots of them. And so I got a pretty decent sized pot for like $10, and I split it with my friends. So I can't wait to see her grow. And a lot of people say, like, out of like the Carnosa crosses that are pretty close, like Rebecca, which I still want a Rebecca, by the way, Tequila Sunrise, blah, 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 that this one's their favorite. So I'm very happy to have this one. If it's their favorite, then I'm sure it's going to be mine too. But I still want that Rebecca. All right, moving on. Okay, another one from Jacqueline's Jungle. It's a little Rosita cutting off of her mother plant. And I don't have much to say about this plant now yet because obviously it's still just a little bitty baby cutting. So yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully she grows for me soon. Next. Here's my other problem child that's been taking forever to grow, my Hoya thong here, which is a chicken farm crossed with an unknown. That's all the information I can find on Hoya thong. I got this cutting for $10 when I got my Monstera albo cutting. This year it's finally put out a new leaf, but then I broke it off. So now it's starting on another, just one of the, it's got 2 cuttings in there and just one cutting has the growth as I can actually see it on it. The other one, I think it's got little bitty green nubs on it, but it looks like it's going to start to do something, but it hasn't. Yeah, it hasn't done, but it's not dead. So we still have a shot with that other one. So I don't know. I don't have much to say about this one either, other than patience is a virtue. And then my Hoya Waymanier, and she did have lots of red sun stressing on her, but you know, that's kind of went away because I got her under my cheaper Amazon clamp grow light there, and that's fine. But she still has a little bit around the leaves. But I liked how thick and wavy and weird she looked. I definitely needed something like that in my collection. I haven't seen anyone grow this plant. I've not really researched it or anything like that. It's kind of fuzzy a little bit. It's definitely textured. And I did cut it and gave some cuttings away, but now it's putting out new growth. And look at those little ripply new leaves. Aren't they cute? They're so stinking cute. I like it. So I suppose I ought to research this plant if it keeps growing and see what do I do with this, how do I style it, this, that, and the other. But I'm liking this plant so far. This is another one that gave me problems when I first had it, but it acclimated pretty well, and now it's taken off apparently. So then I only got one more left. No, I have 2 more Hoyas left on the plant stand. There's my Matilde, and she is vining like crazy and happy to be living, and I just took cuttings off of her not too long ago, and I have some cuttings in a prop cup for sale if anyone's interested. If not, then I'll wait till pot her up, and then I can just add a couple dollars more on the price. But I figure, you know, if people want to buy the prop cups, then those can be cheaper. But she is beautiful. I love this one. It's so easy. It's a Carnosa and Serpens cross. And they have like Matilde splash out. I think that's it. That's all I've seen. But the Waymanier, by the way, I've seen Cloudy Sky and Borneo. I don't, yeah, I haven't seen those either. Not ever seen anyone grow a Waymanier. Anyway. Another one I love and I recommend for anyone is a Hoya Matilde. That's another good one to get someone hooked on a Hoya. I lied. 2 more plants left on the shelf because I forgot about Croniana Black. And this one I've had for over a year and it's not doing anything. So again, patience is a virtue. I hear wonderful things about Croniana blooms and how easy they are to grow, blah, 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 blah. Well, this one is a dud. So I might try like a different Croniana. I wouldn't mind having more in my collection anyway, so. Huh. So I have nothing to say about her. Again. All right. And then this is Hoya parvifolia, which when I first saw it at Lowe's, it was way fuller than this. I've split it, I've chopped it, I've pre-potted it, and it's still going strong. But I kept the trellis because I thought the trellis was great. I don't have any trellises like this yet. And it's putting out new growth for me. I just had to wrap this vine around there So it's happy. I did underwater it a little bit, but it seems to be an easy goer. It was okay with me chopping, propping, repotting, and all that. So I think it's cute. I thought it was at first, I thought I found like a gem. I thought I found a Lacanosa laos or something like that. But it's just a parvifolia. And in fact, these leaves fill out a little bit more, but it was underwatered and I just watered it yesterday or the day before. So it's going to take it a little bit to thicken back up. But and underneath the leaves, it kind of gets a little purpley. And that's got a little bit of sun stressing on it. Yeah, I like her. I like her. Okay, we're done with the inside Hoyas.